Test, test, test. Just waiting on the stream to start. We are close. We're sound checking, getting ready for the game here.
Loving versus Eunice in the first playoff game of the series, I guess.
Yep. That'll be correct. We are testing, trying to get our stuff set up. Okay.
Redbird gas.
Test.
Looks like a bigger squad showed up tonight for Loving.
Test. 4 is good. That looks good. And that one is good. Test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, and 3. Out. So I'm on 2. This one.
Testing.
Test. And I cannot hear myself. How does he do that every time? I think you tied off to there, right?
Yeah, basically. I just kind of loop it. You just got to make sure not to move.
There?
Yep.
Test. Nothing yet. Keep moving it, shaking it, rattling it. Test. Test.
Man, they've got the time thing up there way ahead.
Test.
Try to go ahead and get this started.
Okay, test.
Because I've just got a couple of minutes till I got to be down there.
Yes, go ahead. I cannot get myself going here.
This piece right here is the...
It's that one over there?
Yeah, this is the piece that gives you fits. Is that helping you here when I'm moving it around?
No.
Test.
Right
Test.
there. No. I'll go with it.
Okay.
Right there.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nomark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. We are coming to you live from Joe Langston Gymnasium. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero, and Charlie Fairbrush is not with us tonight, so we wish him the best. Tonight, we begin District 4 2A basketball tournament action. The 10 and 12, 2 and 7 in District Eunice boys basketball team will face off against District foe 2 and 16, 0 and 8 in District, the Loving Falcons. These two teams just met a few days ago with Eunice soaring to a huge victory in the final game of regular season. Tonight's game is the opening round of the what they call ladder-style district tournament. For both these teams, the only chance to move out of district play and in toward the state tournament would be to win the entire district tournament. Tonight is the first step in that journey. Eunice is the number 4 seed. Loving is the 5 seed here in the district tournament. The winner of tonight's game will travel to Tatum tomorrow night at 6 p.m. to face the number 3 seed. The winner of that game will then travel to face the number 2 seed, Hagerman, and the winner of that game will travel down to Jow on Saturday to face the number 1 Jow Panthers. A rough road, but a road that is passable, very similar to the North Loop here in Eunice. When you get on that road, you might have to dodge a few potholes and whatnot. Pretty rough, but one can make it from one end to the other. That's kind of like the road that we have to get into the state tournament.
I concur.
For Eunice, they entered tonight's game with 10 wins, 12 losses on the season. A win here tonight will get them one game away from that elusive 50-50 mark, that 50% in science class. Definitely more wins than our 2-win season last year, but a step in the right direction. The Cards entered the season with high hopes. They have some great young athletes, but they just haven't been able to get any real momentum going. A story for the last 40 years in Eunice hoops. Enough said with that. Tonight is also the last chance for these seniors to run out onto Joe Langston Gymnasium floor. Some great young men down there tonight for the last time. Seniors Ovi Ontiveros, Jorge Ontiveros, Marcus Tricero, Antonio Granados, and Julius Woods. I believe those are the ones here tonight. I sure hope I didn't miss anybody. These 5 seniors have had success in just about everything they've touched here in Eunice. They've captured a championship of some sort every single year of their high school careers, something that not too many players in the storied Eunice boys sports programs can claim. They have been very successful. I know they all received their bowl championship rings today as for last season's bowl football championships. All these seniors were part of 4 football championships. All 5 of these young men were also part of a very successful baseball and track programs here during their high school career. For the season, Eunice is led by senior Jorge Ontiveros. He missed much of the season with a knee injury. He's also played well since returning. He's averaging 14 points per game. Ashton Thompson's averaging 10 points per game. Jorge Gomez is averaging 8 points per game. Senior Ovi Ontiveros is leading the teams in rebounds and blocks. He's averaging 9 points, 9 rebounds a game, and leads the team in blocks. He's missed several of the last few games with an ankle injury. Should be back here tonight. Billy Blevins has almost 7 points per game and 4 rebounds. The Cards are coached by second-year coach Mason McBee. I'm going to head down for the intro, and I'll be right back shortly. I'll turn it over to you.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to give a shout-out to our sponsors real quick. We're going to give a shout-out to Parker Energy Service, Pump BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Red Bird Gas. That's our sponsors for tonight, and probably the rest of the district games for the boys and the girls. As Jimmy was saying, if we win tonight, we'll be traveling to Tatum, and that should be on the air as well tomorrow. So tune in as well. And like he was talking about the seniors this class, we have Jorge Ontiveros, and Julius Wood, Ovio Ontiveros, Marcus Tercero, and Antonio Granados. Like he was saying, I'm going to kind of repeat what he said. These people have played, these kids have played on a couple of championship teams. So they've had a great run here in high school career. So we're looking forward tonight. Obi's going to be on the court. He's missed a few games. So hopefully he goes out and plays good. Hope his ankle's at least 100%. And we have a minute left to tip off this game. So Jimmy's going out there and going to announce the games. So once that starts, I'll put this mic on mute so I can listen to an announcer. There's nobody here in the stands for Eunice at this given moment. There's a few people. If I had to count them, there's like at least 25 to 30 people here. And Loving has about 8 people over there, not counting their players. So please tune in and enjoy this game here. All right, I'm gonna give you a second so you can listen to him announcing. There you heard it. I believe the senior's going to be starting for the Eunice Cardinals tonight against the Loving Falcons. So it should be an eventful game. As we get started here, we can go out there. The students finally showed up for the game. They got balloons out there. They're going to make some noise. I think they are or not going to. I'm not sure, but they're being confiscated at this moment. So a few more people showed up for the game. So on the court we have Tercero, Ontiveros, Woods, y Granados to start off the Eunice Cardinals. And Mr. Jones is back here. We are going to be multitasking. We will be multitasking with the score and the camera since we're one man short. Eunice wins a tip. Obi wins that tip. Obi's going to get to start this game. Get some playing moments in. So Marcus to Obi. Obi dribbles, dumps it off to Ontiveros. 11 gets a steal on that one. So they're going to pull it back. And number 3 gets Reese, 21 for 11 gets it. Rodriguez back to Reese. Reese throws a deep 3. He makes it, so the score is 3-0. I couldn't find Napster.
And I'm having troubles getting the camera going because my thingies were so tight I couldn't move the camera around.
So Ontiveros gets it back over to Tercero. Tercero back to Ontiveros. Thought about a 3, pulls up and it's knocked out of his hands, but recovers it. 21 has it now. Throws it back to Ontiveros, which is Woods. Ontiveros dribble drive. That's Jorge. Bounce in and out, but Antonio gets a rebound, puts it back up for its score is 3-2. Levin.
The Cardinals coming out, allowing these starters to be seniors in their last home game, so a little bit different look.
So Green has the ball for Loving. Gives it back to Rodriguez, top of the key, over to Reese, top of the key, over to 22. I think that's Benavides. I should remember that last time we played, right? They pass it down to 20, back over to 21, which is Rodriguez. Kind of dribble drives. Marcus pokes it out of his hands. Back to Benavides, back to Reese, back to Green. Green will step back and do a 3. It's the top of the backboard, and Antonio comes down with the rebound and just throws it in the air, and Jorge comes up with it.
Yeah, so here comes Eunice back the other way.
So Jorge gets it over to Woods. He looks, dumps it down onto Obi. Back to the Ontiveros, shoots it and goes in.
He was on the line, so that'll be 2 instead of a 3.
That's
but
a deep 2, huh?
Eunice with the lead, 4-3 here.
There you go. I got it right in the score now. So, almost got a steal by Woods. But Benavides comes up with a 21. Rodriguez has some fancy dribbling out there, but not too fancy, huh? Passes it over to number 20. That is Peña. Back to 22. Benavides back to Reese, and he shoots a deep 3. Hits the back of the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Eunice. Is going to stay over here on Loving's ball.
Yeah, so looked like the Eunice players were a little surprised by the call. They were going to allow that ball to just go out of bounds. And
no rebound out of that, huh?
Then they figured out that they should have grabbed it.
So Green gets it from Peña. Peña puts it over to 21. Rodriguez over to Peña, back to Reese. Reese throws a pump 3 and he walks. Nice call there.
You know, I think this is the first time we've seen this officiating crew this year, at least here. And we used to get them regularly, but I haven't seen them.
I concur. So our seniors are confused out there for the Eunice.
Once again, we've got a lot of, about 3/4 of this group usually plays the post. And so we've got them all in at once, which is good. It's neat to see them all out there.
Oh, Ontiveros throws it down to Ontiveros. Obi makes a spin move, goes back up. Makes it look easy on a Sunday morning, huh?
Obi Ontiveros, just like a Sunday morning. That one was easy. Like that button at Staples.
Yep, 6-3, Eunice. Reese has it. Thought about a 3, throws over to Benavides. Peña back to Reese. Back to Peña. Peña shoots a deep 3, nothing but the front of the rim, but Reese comes out with the rebound. Goes back up, shoots an air ball, but Peña comes in with the rebound, but it's poked out by Ontiveros, Jorge Ontiveros.
Loving's definitely hustling to try to get those rebounds. They're kind of beating us up on the boards a little bit.
That they are. I was a little loud in my ears. I'm blowing myself up over here. So Peña gets the ball. Benavides gets it. Dribbles over to the left. Chloe out there guarding. I called him Chloe like my daughter.
Well,
good job.
At least he's not Parker, huh?
That's true. I didn't have time to warm up with the girls today. With
Ovi Parker.
Marcus gets a steal. Nice one-handed pass to Woods dribbles on the right-hand side, makes a layup. Makes it look easy.
That's 8-3 with 4:30 remaining here in the first quarter.
We'll pick up where we left off, right, Coach?
Yeah.
So Reese brings back the ball, throws it down to number 20. Peña passes it over to Green. Back to Rodriguez, pump fake, back to Reese, nothing. And over to Peña. Peña thinks about it, back over to Reese. Thinks, looks, nobody, back over to 22, which is Benavides, shoots up a 3 and it rattles in.
They splashed that one in. That makes it 8-6. Eunice up by 2.
And Loving has a full court press. They're making it to the game.
Yeah.
Well, they almost got a steal there. Jorge Ontiveros gets it, throws it over to Obi Ontiveros. Dribble drives towards the basket, and he dumps it off to Antonio. Goes up, and he is fouled as he goes up, but the ball did not go through.
And I was on the wrong dang end. I was enjoying the game so much. And Charlie, where you at?
Give a shout out to Charlie.
Yeah, we've got so used to letting Charlie run this camera while we sit over and do our jabbering, and today I'm double duty in it.
I know we play tomorrow, so.
Yes. Yeah, as long as we win here tonight.
Antonio shoots the first one and he misses it. He goes in for 2. Yeah, my daughter has her first basketball game there for the Pee Wee League.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow?
She has 2 of them tomorrow.
Yep. So Antonio back to the free throw line. He'll shoot another one. That one splashes through. It is now
9-6.
9-6.
So Peña brings it down for Rodriguez. Brings it down for Loving. He looks, throws it over to Benavides. Benavides back to Rodriguez. Over to Peña. Over to Rodriguez, top of the key. Over to Reese, wide open, dribble drives, throws it over back to Rodriguez. He pump fakes, dribble drives a little bit, but he is partially blocked. But Loving gets the rebound and goes right back up.
Well, that's going to make it 9-8.
Oh, wow, not good, huh? So Tiveros has the ball. Jorge does. He breaks that pressure like nothing. Throws it over to Tercero. Dribble drives, tries to dump it off to Obi, but Benavides gets a steal. Throws it over to Rodriguez on the right-hand side. Little pump fake, goes up for a layup, and just like that, Loving has the lead.
Yep, it's 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Loving is leading.
And they got another steal from Montiveros. Reese goes on the right-hand side, makes a layup. So it's 9-12 here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left. Montiveros to Marcus. Top of the key, throws it over to Julius Woods. Dribbles a little bit, looks. Dumps it down to Antonio, makes a nice strong move. Kicks it back out to Jorge Montiveros for a 3. Hits the front of the rim, hits everything, and rattles in. There's a 2?
Yeah, that's twice. Both times when he goes to shoot, he's stepping over that line, and the officials are really eyeballing his toes. He did again there, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that being said, on the first time out by, I think, Eunice or 11. That's irrelevant, I guess. We'll give a shout-out to Redbird Gas, Zia Auto Shop, City of Eunice, Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service.
Yeah, so, we pretty interesting start here. All those seniors are great athletes, great ball players. You start 5 of them. Some of them are playing in positions they're not used to playing. And here we are quite a ways into this game. I mean, we're over midway through the first quarter, and Loving is in the lead. A difference, the last 2 times we've played them, we beat them by 35-plus each game.
And I don't think they were ever in the lead.
No. So, it's amazing because, like I said, all these are great kids, great players, but you move them into different positions, and suddenly it throws that chemistry off.
So that being said, you got all this, original stars back. You got Garcia, Blevins, Gomez, and Thompson in. And that being said, we got a steal at the beginning of the game, and Blevins comes up with a quick layup. Jorge was the only senior staying out of that bunch, so Eunice is back on top, 13-12. And Eunice is pressing as Peña, for Loving walks. So that's a turnover.
So 2:21 remaining here in quarter number 1. Eunice now back in the lead. It's 13-12, and it'll be Eunice basketball.
Jorge throws it into Thompson. Thompson has the ball top of the key, throws it over to Garcia on the right-hand side, back to Blevins. They dump it down to Ontiveros. Nice pass to Gomez, but Gomez blew a layup there. So Loving comes back with the rebound. That's something we need to improve is on rebounding on both sides of the court. We're not doing that good right now on that. So Benavides down to, and he did a crazy Euro step off of Benavides. They call the foul?
Yeah, I believe the foul was called. And I'm assuming they're going to call that on the floor. Yeah, they pointed to the floor. So under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number.
Green on the left Green thought about a 3. Skip pass over to 21. Rodriguez, he does a little dribble drive, shoots up an air ball. Ontiveros comes up the ball, outlet to Blevins on the other side of the court. Goes up for a layup, makes it in.
So it's now 15-12. Eunice in the lead.
And Eunice is pressing, full court pressure. And Garcia to Blevins. Blevins gets a nice pass to Jorge. Do the hard pass the ball, and Reese for Loving. And he gives a give it back to Reese is bringing it down as he's into his own player. To the top. Either wants that shot. Walks, but he tried to underneath. And by a Loving player there. So it's going to be Eunice ball here at the end of the first quarter. We're coming up on the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, 52 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. Eunice up by 3, 15-12, and it'll be Eunice's basketball.
So Ontiveros brings back the ball, throws it over to Blevins on the left-hand side. Thought about a 3. Back out to Ontiveros, over to Garcia on the right-hand side. Back to Ontiveros. He dump it down the Austin. Shot misses it, misses it. But Jorge gets shot, long rebound, goes back again and makes a nice shot. Look, he's only 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Eunice is climbing up by 5 over 17-12. To Benavides. Benavides out by 12. Shoot it anyways. So for 3. Green gets the ball with the last couple of seconds. Eunice comes drive the rebound. Blevins goes for them, but they're going to give a quick foul. It goes off on Jorge. Dribble drives, dumps it off the
He was a little late getting there. Definitely didn't get there with his feet set in position.
And he got there before, almost right before time, and so I guess it counts.
Yeah, so 17-12. That'll send Loving to the free throw line with
Green.
And they're showing .4 left on the clock. They've now added a .4 up there.
He's shooting 2, right? We have to have somebody in the lane. Oh.
Yeah, they're saying there's .4 on the clock, so those first spots have to be filled. The rest of them don't, but I think the first 2 do.
I already got second quarter on my little app here. Shout out to Redbird Gas, Zia Auto Shop, as Green misses his first shot. City of Eunice, Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service. Those are our sponsors. Thank y'all. And he makes 1 of 2. So the score is 17-13 with .4 seconds. We're going deep. Ontiveros throws it into Blevins. Blevins gets the ball stolen. Would that be considered a turnover here towards the end?
Yeah, that is. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 17-13. Eunice up by 4. And, it's definitely not been a very pretty quarter, considering the scores that we've had in previous games against Loving. However, once again, like I said, we definitely started some of those senior citizens and gave them some minutes at the beginning of that quarter. And I don't think I have absolutely no problem with that, first of all, but I don't think any group of those seniors was the problem. It's just they're playing out of position. And so it'd be like if you had your starting nose tackle playing quarterback and your right guard playing wide receiver.
We have so many false starts, it'd be crazy.
It just doesn't quite work that way. Your quarterback playing center or whatever, it makes it tough. And so no problem with that whatsoever. I think it's great. It's not like a point differential in this game is going to matter in our seeding. And so, our only chance at this point to the state tournament is to win this whole tournament.
Talking about seeding, how did the girls end up seeding? They ended up 1, correct?
They are the number 1 seed.
And
yes.
They play Friday, right?
Yes, they will play Friday here at home at 6 o'clock.
Awesome. So as that being said, Eunice got a steal. And Jorge Ontiveros came up with it. Gives it out to Ashton Thompson. Thompson dribbles it down real fast. Throws it to Garcia on the right-hand side. And as he tries to pass it back over to the left, the ball was kicked out of bounds by number 20, Peña from Levin. So it's going to be Eunice's ball underneath their basket.
And for those of you at home, Eunice is wearing the home white jerseys, and Loving is in red, so just in case you're confused.
Blevins gets it down to Gomez. Gomez misses the layup. Jorge comes around with the rebound. Does a couple of pump fakes. Kicks it out to Thompson on the right-hand side for a 3, and he's just short. Long shot, long rebound. Jorge comes up with the loose ball, tries to save it, but he threw it into Peña for Levin, but he's grabbing his wrist. Did you see that?
Yeah, he smashed into that wall pretty hard.
So Peña has the ball, he picks up his dribble, passes it over to Reese. Reese down to number 1. Cueto drives, and he's blocked by Gomez. Get that out of here, he said.
So 7:18 remaining here in the first half. It's 17-13. It's going to be Loving's ball on the baseline under their own basket.
Loving throws it on the Reese, back over to number 20. Peña dribble drives, gives it down to Benavides, does a couple of spin move over the basket.
Yeah.
And hits the top of it. Top of the rim, goes out of bounds.
That would have been on Shackton the Fool.
If that would have gone in.
Yeah, well, if Shackton the Fool's where they have like the bloopers where people screw one up, that was definitely a strange shot. It went behind the backboard.
So Eunice has the ball on the left-hand side. He passes it down to Gomez. Gomez back out to Ontiveros, shoots a deep three. Misses, but Ashton Thompson comes up with the rebound. Little pump fake, puts it back in for another quick two.
Yeah, so it's now 19-13 on the scoreboard. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
Peña has the ball on the other side of the court. Pisses over to Cueto. Cueto gets it. Almost got a steal. The ball's on the floor. Nobody went for it. Peña got it back. Throws over to Reese. Throws a little three. He shoots it high but misses. Kevin Garcia comes over with the rebound. He's pushing it. Throws it over to Thompson. But it's deflected a little bit by a Loving player, but Thompson recovers it. Dribbles it back to the top of the key. Does a little move. Thinks about it. Sets it down for the offense. Throws it over to Blevins. Back to Thompson. Back to Garcia. Over to Gomez. Nothing on the left-hand side. Back to Thompson. Over to Blevins. Ontiveros steps out. Thompson, Blevins, Gomez, Ontiveros, Garcia. And Ontiveros shoots a deep three. All that passing around for no reason, huh?
Yep, Lenny Logo.
I'm telling you, he's in the zone. We get the turnover here. Blevins comes over with the drives, and he shoots up a nice little layup. The score's going to be 24-13.
Yep.
In Eunice favor. And Loving breaks that press, tries to force it down to Cueto, but Blevins jumps the pass lane, kicks it out to Ontiveros. Dribble drives on the right-hand side, dumps it off to Ashton, and he is blocked by 22. Benavides from Loving.
So 5:36 remaining here in the first half. It's 24-13. Eunice now up by 11. They've started to extend that lead.
Start to creep away, huh? Blevins throws it in over to Ontiveros, shoots a quick three, misses it, and is rebounded by Green. And some of the Eunice faithful screams their ball. So Green dribbles down, throws it over to, I don't know his number, 21, I believe. That was Benavides, Rodriguez. Back over to Reese, over to Rodriguez again, shoots a three, and he makes that one. They like shooting that deep ball, don't they?
Yeah, that cuts that lead to 8. It's 24-16, 5:10 remaining here in the first half.
Ontiveros over to Thompson. Thompson to Gomez. Gomez back out to Blevins for a three. Makes it look easy again.
And Billy Blevins with a nice shot.
So Reese has the ball. Eunice has a full court press. Jorge taps the ball out of bounds as Reese tries to throw over his head. So it's going to be Loving's ball on the right-hand side of the court. Subs coming in. Ovi's coming in for Jorge Ontiveros.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to make a showing tonight. He's still limbering a little, that ankle hurt a little bit.
He wants to play, I can tell you.
So number 20 for Loving gets it, dribbles around Peña, throws it back out to Reese. On the right-hand side, Reese dribble drives back out to Peña, does a little pump fake. Tries to dump it down to Benavides, which he does. Benavides steps out, gives it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbles, top of the key, throws it over to Reese. Reese dumps it down to Peña. Obi kicks it out, steals it. Kevin gets up the ball. Crazy dribbling between the legs, behind the back, and still has the ball. And dribbles down, throws it over to Gomez. Dumps it down to Obi. Kicks it out to Kevin. Back to Gomez, back to Obi, little triangle. As a Loving player reaches around and bumps him in the chest.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be doing them reach arounds here.
No.
It's 27-16, 4:14 remaining here in the first half.
27-6. Oh, you said that. I apologize. I wasn't listening. Imagine that. So it's Eunice's ball underneath the basket.
Loving in the 2-3 zone. Eunice going to run a little box inbounds play.
Blevins throws it in. Ontiveros underneath. He's partially blocked by Green, but gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson gets it. Dribble drives. Kicks out to Garcia for a three. And he goes nothing in. Eunice is on fire throwing up some threes. 30-16.
Eunice has almost doubled them up. We're halfway through the second quarter.
So Eunice comes up with the steal by Blevins. Jumping the pass. Steps back for it. Was it a 3 or 2? A 2, but Gomez goes up and gets the rebound. Goes way high and gets that.
Now they've doubled them up. It's 32-16, 3:40 remaining here in the first half.
Rodriguez throws it over to Reese. Reese dribbles up on the right-hand side and bounces it off his leg. So it's going to be Eunice's ball right in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, so they've turned it over like the last few times down the floor. So Eunice will take it over here. 3:40 remaining in the first half. It's 32-16. Eunice will be throwing it in at the half-court line.
Thompson gets it, top of the key. Dribble, throws it over to Blevins. Blevins back to Thompson. Thompson back to Blevins. Blevins look nothing. Oh, he jumped the pass lane, almost got a steal, but Blevins gets it. Thompson gets it back over to Blevins. Shoot that. Shoots another three, and it's good.
Yeah. Billy Blevins on fire deep tonight, from deep. 35-16, 3:15 remaining here in the first half.
Peña gets it, passes down to a new player in the game. Don't know his name yet. Number 10. That is Lujan. So Peña has the ball, throws it over to Benavides. Benavides over to Reese, wide open. Thought about a three. Back out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribble drives off the screen. Reese gets it, throws it over to number 20. Peña dribbles, throws it back out to Reese, back out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez going to throw up a three. Misses it, and Obi goes up and gets a rebound. You see that?
Looked like he came down on a foot.
And Reese reaches over and fouls Ashton. Did he, or it just appeared?
Yeah, no, I think he did. Came down on that damn foot. Yep.
So Woods is going to come in for Blevins. So Eunice is going to be throwing it in. Gomez is going to be passing it in to Thompson. Thompson will get the ball top of the key as he comes down. Cool, calm, and collective. Throws over to Woods. Woods look down, nothing. Back out to Ashton. Thompson back to Gomez. Thompson dribble drive, throws up a little floater, goes in. It's like practice for these kids right now.
Yep. 37-16, 2:25 remaining here in the first half.
21, Rodriguez has the ball for 11. Does some fastly driven, throws it out to Reese, wide open, throws up a three, and he misses it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Oh, no, it was saved by Reese, but Gomez got the save to Kevin. Kevin throws it over to Ashton. Ashton throws a little floater, misses, but Obi was right there for the putback. Got the rebound, and he was fouled by number 20. As Obi was trying to go back up. Oh, he's trying to pass the ball.
He's been wanting to dunk one of those back in all year.
That was pretty close out there.
He came real close a few times. He had one a few games ago, well, before he hurt the ankle the last time, where it came off the rim, and he tried to slam it back in, got some rim and everything on it, but
Woods throws over to Ashton. Ashton goes up real strong, and he is bumped on the bottom of his legs. He hits the ground as he misses it, so he's going through the free throw. Yeah. As he goes to the free throw, we'll take the opportunity here to say thank you to the sponsors. Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Corner Hardware, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. Thank you.
You know, I probably shouldn't say this early in the game, but I'm constantly bickering about officials. Anybody that's listening to me knows I'm constantly complaining.
You?
I think this group right here has done a very consistent job. And and they just teed up, just as I say that, they tee up the loving coach. But I just like consistency, and I think that they've called a pretty consistent game. I mean, we're almost to halftime, and I got no complaints about anything so far.
So I have a question, that being said. He was shooting his free throws. Would he finish his free throws and then shoot the tees? Or?
Yes.
So is this his free throw?
Yeah.
So if he misses, he can play it, make two?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, so now they'll address the technical foul.
Okay. So technically that takes 2 points away from him if Eunice would rebound, or it doesn't, it just cancels out?
It just once they have that technical foul, it basically goes into a dead ball situation where they clear the paint.
Okay.
And so he finishes his because he'd already shot one. He was shooting his second one. He missed it. So now this young man will shoot the technical free throws.
Kevin Garcia,
then after that, it'll be Eunice's ball at the half-court line.
So Kevin Garcia shot his first technical shot, I guess. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
He's going to shoot his second one. And he makes both of them. So the score is 39-16. And I'm watching bags over here, too.
Keeping up with bags and signs. You got a nice backpack or lunchbox over there?
I don't even want to look, boss.
All right, so 2 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 39-16, Eunice with the ball.
Thompson throws over the Woods. Woods missed completely, and his rebound by Loving. The outlet to number 21, Rodriguez, dribbles up the ball. Top of the key. Tells Benavides set a screener out for him. He goes around him. And Lujan is open right underneath the basket. They get it to him. Goes right back up. And makes it in.
Makes it in. Yeah.
He was waving like his hands. Like,
yeah.
Give it to me. So Thompson brings back the ball. Dribble drives. Nice Euro step. Dumps it off to Obi. Obi goes up nice and strong. Misses it. And it was a jump ball between Loving and Eunice, of course. So it's going to stay on this side with Eunice. So Reese is going to come back in for Loving.
1:25 here left in the second quarter. 39-18 is the score. Eunice will inbound the ball under their basket on the baseline.
So Morales. Oh, Lujan got a steal off the inbounds of Julius. He throws over to Reese. Reese gets the ball, slows it down over to Lujan. Lujan throws up a three. But it's rebound by Obi. Obi outlets it to Thompson. Thompson dribble drives real quick. Oh, pulls it back out. Smart move. Never mind. Dribble drives again. Breaks that defense. Throws it up and he misses. But it's rebounded by Morales. Outlets to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez dribbles the ball down on the left-hand side. With 58 seconds left, he dribbles some more, dribbles a little bit more. Throws it over to Lujan. Lujan gives it to Reese. Back to Lujan. Lujan throws it to Reese. Over to Rodriguez. Over to Benavides. Rodriguez has it again, top of the key. He dribbles, and shoots a deep through it. Gomez in his face, hits the rim. And Morales cannot handle the rebound for Loving. He goes out of bounds off of Loving.
So 36 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Eunice will have the basketball. They'll have to go the length of the floor here in the last 30 seconds.
So Thompson has the ball, bringing it down on top of the court, throws it over to Woods, gives it down to Gomez. Gomez dumps it down to Obi. Nice pass, and Obi makes a nice, easy layup.
Yeah, nice.
I like that.
Nice little high-low pass action there. 22 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Rodriguez has the ball for Loving. Dribbles again. Throws over to Reese. Reese looks from deep part of the three. Rodriguez dribble drives, picks up his dribble, throws over to Reese. Down to Lujan. They try to force it in there, but Gomez comes up with the steal. Give it all Obi to Kevin. Kevin to Ashton. Stops, set his feet, squares up, and shoots a three, and almost went in right before the end of the quarter. That would have looked nice if it would have gone in.
Yeah, so at the end of the first half, it's 41-18. The Eunice Cardinals in control. Basically what we expected coming in, as these two teams have already faced off twice. Eunice winning by 30+ in both of those.
Yeah, and right now the important thing is everybody staying healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the most important thing we can do right now. So right before we take a little break, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas.
Yeah, so, as we take a minute here to watch our cheerleaders do their thing, also want to mention the girls will be playing Friday night right here at home. They will be sitting back waiting to see who wins the rest of the tournament. They call these tournaments a ladder style, like you're climbing a ladder. So the team at the top sets up there and waits for you to get to them. And so, like in our case, 4 plays 5 at 4. Then the winner of that goes to 3. And the winner of that game goes to 2. And then the winner of that game comes to number 1, which for the girls is Eunice. On the boys' side, this is the 4-5 game. We're the 4 seed. Loving's the 5. So Loving comes here. The winner of this game will go to Tatum, who was number 3. The winner of that game will go to Hagerman, who ended up number 2 because Tatum knocked off Hagerman the last game of district. And then the winner of that game would go down to Jow and play Jow on Saturday for the district championship. So the way it works, I was looking at some of the rules. The way it works, the winner of district and the winner of the district tournament both get automatic spots in the state tournament. So, Eunice's only way in, 2 games below 500 right now. Their only way in is to win this whole thing, I think.
The boys.
Yes.
The boys.
They're currently sitting at, I think, 20, either 19 or 20 in the latest rankings. And so, like I said, my unofficial, unintelligent opinion is that the only way for them to get in would be to win it all, to win this whole thing.
Yes. and it's gonna be tough, but it's possible.
Yeah, definitely possible. We've got the athletes. We've shown that time and time again. We played Hagerman to a single-digit game right up until the end. I think they ended up beating us by 9 or something. We the first time around we played Jow to a similar game. We've got the horses. We've talked about this over and over and over, and I always feel like I'm making people mad when I'm saying it, but we just don't seem to convert that into basketball. And I was looking today, and I put some numbers together, and then I decided, no, I'm not going to say that. I'll hurt somebody's feelings. But I went back and I put some numbers together, and then I decided not to put it in my opening. But here's the reality. I went back over the last 20-plus years of boys basketball, and we are sitting right at 40%. Actually, a little less. I think we're at like 38, 39% of the games that we've won over the last 25, 30 years. 40%. If our baseball team or football team had only won that many, this town would – there'd be riots in the streets, and it would look like some of the riots that we've seen in South Central. They'd be burning buildings down on Main Street. The barber would be giving everybody a burr. It would be a riot. As I look through these seasons, the last 20 years, all right, Eunice had a winning season in 2019-2020. They were 14-13. They had a winning season in the 18-19 season at 16-10. They had a winning season in 17-18 at 14-12. They had a winning season in the 14-15 season at 18-11. Probably the best season in the last 20 years as far as just winning percentage. They were 17-11 in 13-14. But there's a whole bunch more of, like, say, for example, 2007, 2008, they were 2-20. Okay? There's a whole bunch more of those. And if you look at that wall of champions up there, during those same years, we're winning it all in football, we're winning it all in baseball. Shoot, we're winning it all in track in some of those years. But in basketball, we're getting our tails handed to us over and over and over. And then I have people around here say, well, they ask me, I hear this at least weekly. Somebody will say, what do you think? What is our problem? What do we need to do? And I have said over and over and over, I don't blame this on any one person. I don't blame it on any couple of people. I truly believe it's a cultural change. We've got to change what we do. This boys group right here, I give them credit. They've had, I'm converted. I'm a Eunice Cardinal conversion, I guess, because I feel like we've had a pretty good season. All right? And we're 2 games below 500. If we had the same record in football, would anybody be even remotely happy? Not even. And so we've got to change the culture from the top down. And I don't mean like changing people. I mean changing mindset and mentality. I take this girls group, for example, and you and I have talked about them a couple times. This girls group is having great success this year. They're having a great season. No matter what happens from this point forward, they've had a great season, okay? Most of those girls, not all of them, but most of those girls were mascots for the little teams when we were coaching, okay? They got to come up here. We took pictures with them. I've got group pictures with half this team that is playing right now out there with our high school team. We had a big sign over here that said small town, big dreams or whatever, and you got all these little girls that are now high school players sitting over there against that wall with all of our high school girls taking pictures. These little girls were in the bleachers at all these games. They were cheering. They were saying, I want to be like them. I've had numerous parents of this current high school team say, man, when the kids were little, they said, I want to do that, Dad. I want to do that, Mom. And so they had someone to look up to. They focused. A bunch of them, Marty, Ginger McCaslin, Penny Parker, Gary Frazier, There was a number of people that helped with those little groups. We would take them and practice them up here. Then they would go play in little tournaments, those little traveling tournaments in that West Texas League. They all got some of that under their belt. And then as they got into junior high and started to get older, you have one or two that have kind of specialized in basketball. Alina Rodriguez, she plays all year round. She plays on travel teams. She goes to showcases. She's doing camps. She's shooting. You have don't get me wrong, talent sure helps. You have a 6'1" sophomore that moves back, who had moved away, moved back, who's as athletic as anybody I've seen out here.
A beast, man.
And so, you have to have a couple of lucky breaks and pieces. At the same time, you have to build that culture. And I look at the boys group, and I just don't know that we've done that with them to lay that foundation. It's a lot of work. Most nights when we were working with this group, I don't know about all them other people I just named, but I know I was up here at this gym probably 3, 4, 5 nights a week till, on practice days, 9:30 at night, practicing little bitty kids, practicing junior high kids, practicing my high school group, and trying to build that culture. And I'm not saying I built the culture for the girls. That is not my point. I'm just saying that they had that foundation. And now you get them up here and they're having an amazing season. If we want to change this culture, my opinion, not knocking anybody, just being honest, my opinion, if we want to change this culture, we've got to start down at those youth levels, and we've got to build programs. We've got to get these youth in our gyms. You and I have talked about this before. We've talked about it with the school administration. Up until just recently, maybe they've changed. I don't know. I'm not coaching little ones anymore. I'm on the downhill slide. I'm becoming a grayhead silverback retiree. But it used to be like getting into Fort Knox to get into these gyms at night. I don't know if it still is. Literally, you used to have to do an FBI background check to get in. You have to go fill out all that paperwork and do a full-blown FBI background check. I'm not saying that's not okay, because it probably is the best thing to do and the safest thing to do. But I can guarantee you that ain't happening in Hobbs. I can guarantee you that's not happening in Tatum. You go to those gyms, they're open in the evenings, on the weekends. You can go in there and play. There's, me and Marty have talked about it for years. It was easier for us when we were coaching little ones to call Hobbs and say, hey, can we get in there and practice today? It was easier to get into Hobbs gym and practice with our Eunice kids than it was here because, it's liability, it's an issue. So, it is something to think about. In order to develop kids, we've got to get that youth program going. Think of our youth football playing in the West Texas Premier League. How many kids are out here playing at the beginning of the school year? Think of our baseball program out there in the summers, all them people piled up at that baseball field every single night till 10, 11 o'clock at night playing baseball. That's what there's a reason why we're so good in those sports. We're going to have to do that here if we ever want to have the type of success in basketball that we've had
in the past
in those others. Yes. Yep. So with that said, the boys are back on the floor. We're getting ready to start the second half.
And Levin has the ball starting the second half. They get the ball into number one, back out to number one, which is Cueto. Cueto dribbles it out, throws it over to Reese, over to Green, down the ball by the post, guarded by Ontiveros. Dribbles back out, give it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbles around a little bit top of the key, gets a screen by Benavides, picks up his dribble, throws over to Green on the left-hand side. Makes a fake move, throws it to Reese over here in the corner, makes a pump move. Back to Green. Green has the ball, dribbles the ball top of the court. Over to Rodriguez for Levin. Looks, dribbles once again. Throws it about, throws over to Reese, down to Green. Down in the corner, give it down to Benavides. Benavides kicks it out to Green to Reese for a three, misses it. He goes out of bounds. Nobody attempted to get that ball. Has there an opportunity to get a rebound there?
Yeah, I think Gomez was just blocking his man out, so he kind of had his body leaning in. And so, anyway, so it'll be Eunice ball, 7:17 remaining here in the third. It's 41-18.
So Thompson brings the ball down for Eunice. Looks around, dribble drives between the legs, breaks the defender, goes in for an easy layup. Some fancy dribbling out there.
And makes it 43-18. We're right at the 7-minute mark here in the third.
Rodriguez brings it now down to number one, to Cueto. Cueto gives it to Green over here in the left-hand corner. Benavides flashes, but Thompson jumps the passing lane, goes in for a nice layup, tries to dunk it. I confused myself, and he misses completely. Cueto gets the rebound, tries to force it, but Obi has some great hands out there, steals it. Jorge gets the ball, gives it over to Thompson, does a reverse layup, and makes it in. I'm glad that kid landed on his feet when he went for that dunk because it would have hurt. That momentum was taking him the other way. It was going to hurt. So Thompson gets almost another steal, but he's going to stay on this side by Loving.
You know, every kid's dream that's ever played hoops is a run-out dunk. And so I can't blame him for the try.
I would have tried myself, too. So Green shoots a air ball, rebounded by Gomez out to Thompson. Thompson slows down. Sees a 2 over there coming from the coach. Throws it to Jorge on the left-hand side. Goes back to the top of the key. Drives in and stops. Shoots a little jump shot. Misses. And the ball is loose and nobody grabbed it as it's going to be on the Eunice side.
I thought the coach was throwing up a peace sign.
You see it? Like,
he was like, deuces, deuces.
Let's go, boys. Start the buzz. So it's going to stay over here on Eunice ball. And he throwing basket. Ontiveros going to throw it into Thompson. Thompson shoots a 3. Hits the back of the rim, but it's rebounded by Kevin Garcia. Dribbles it out. Looks around. Gives it to Jorge. Jorge points. Kevin cut through. And he does that. He dribbles the ball right towards him. Kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson almost walked. Dribbles around Cueto. Throws it out to Ontiveros. Ontiveros is fouled as he shoots that deep 3. He's fouled by the body by number 21, Rodriguez. And he's not that happy with himself.
Yeah, that'll send Jorge Ontiveros, the senior, number 13, Logo Lenny, as he likes to be called.
Logo Lenny.
Not sure where he came up with that, but that's what he keeps telling me his nickname is, so I said, okay. 5:41 remaining here in the third. Ontiveros goes to the free throw line. He throws that first one right off the front of the rim. It's no good. He'll get another.
That being said, shout out to Redbird Gas, the Auto Shop, City of Eunice, Cardinal Hardware.
His second one rattles around and it goes in, and he's going to get 3 out of this deal. I guess he was shooting that 3-pointer over there in the corner.
Shout out to another sponsors, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BGH Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service.
He splashes that one in. So here comes Loving back the other way. It's 5:30 remaining here in the third, 47-18. Eunice in the lead.
Reese gives it to Benavides, back to Reese, back over to Green on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, I apologize. Dribble drives, dumps it off to Rodriguez. Shoots a floater and goes in. Thompson gets the ball, pushes the ball very quickly, throws it over to Gomez. Gomez kicks it back out to Ontiveros. Over to Thompson, over to Obi. Obi kicks it over to Jorge Ontiveros. Top of the key, shoots a 3. It's short again, and Cueto comes down with the rebound. He turns and burns, goes around Jorge. Goes in for the right-hand layup, but a little too strong off the gas. Off the glass. I said gas. He throws it over to Obi. Obi down to Gomez. Obi gets the ball. Shoot that, son. Back to Thompson. Jorge gets it on top of the key, gives it over to Kevin on the left-hand side. Dumps it down to Obi. Oh, that being
Looks like we have a timeout on the floor from the Cardinals. 4:50 remaining here in the third. It's 47-20. Eunice up by 27.
Shout out to our sponsors, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Health Clinic, and Eunice Public Schools. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring this exciting game to y'all tonight at home or on the No Mark broadcast.
Yep.
Hope I said that correctly.
HobbsAmerica.com. Click on the Cardinal or on the Eunice Sports YouTube page.
It just feels weird. You sitting so far, I feel like I have to shout.
Yeah, the way I've got this set up, we always set the camera up over here. When we set up, my brain was completely not thinking about Charlie not being here tonight. And the other night, we almost set it up too close. So me and Charlie were sitting here like rubbing elbows the whole game. So I scooted everything, gave us a little more room, and then realized Charlie wasn't going to be here.
And plus, there's not that many people here. There's a few, but not.
You know, I will say this. More came in after we started, because there's more people here right now than there was when this game started, for sure. There's still not a lot here, but when
for being a playoff game at home, I believe we should have a little bit more.
Yeah. You would think. I'm hoping that when I pull the numbers here in a minute, we got good numbers watching. So maybe that means we got a lot of people at home watching.
So Thompson threw it in. Blevins, threw it in. Had a hard time, but threw it deep on the other side of the timeline to Jorge. Jorge gets it over to Thompson. Thompson gives it over to Obi. Obi gives it to Gomez. Gomez looks around, dribbles right in front of Obi, 2 feet apart there. Obi does a little move as he's bumped in the back. Does another quick move, but kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson dribble drives, does a little floater, and he goes in for Thompson. That's 49-20 here in the third quarter. So Reese is going to get the ball on top of the key. Throws it over to Lujan. Lujan makes a quick move, picks up his dribble way deep out. Throws over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks, throws it over back to Lujan, to Benavides. Reese is wide open, and he will shoot that. Hits the back of the rim, and Thompson comes away with the rebound. He gets it, dribbles on the left-hand side all the way down by himself, makes a nice layup look easy.
Nice run out there by Ashton the Jet Thompson. He finishes under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Eunice up by 31, 51-20.
Reese over to Benavides to Lujan, shoots a three, and he misses, and it's rebound by Gomez. Outlet to Thompson. Thompson turns and burns, literally, all the way down. Oh, and he is blocked by Benavides. He's made at the rim, and he's blocked. Nice, beautiful block.
That looked like one of those Ukraine missile blocker systems there. The jet was flying down, and the missile blocker said, get that jet out of here.
Get out of here, son. I got you. So Blevins throws it over to Ontiveros. Ontiveros has the ball on top of the key. Looks, throws it down to his cousin. His little handoff misses, back out to Blevins. Blevins out to High-End, does a little walk move. Throws it over to Blevins. Blevins does a reverse layup, misses, and it's rebound by Benavides. He gets it turned and burned himself. All the way down the left-hand side, goes up, and he is partially blocked by Obi, but he got him on the wrist. So that's Obi's first foul here in the third quarter, which is very odd.
Yeah, it's probably his first foul in the last month.
So Benavides will be going to the free throw line for the Loving Falcons.
You know, while we got a second, I mentioned this down there on the mic a couple days ago, but, you know, Ovi had decided he wanted to put in for flight school, and we looked around trying to find him a flight school. We even tried to pull some strings and get him into the Air Force Academy, but we realized we were a little late this year, possible next year. So we found a flight school down at Baylor, and there were only a few spots that were available, and they had thousands of applicants. Ovi applied and recently got accepted to that, so we're real proud of him. You know, we're still trying to figure out how we're going to fund it, but he at least got accepted. And it's like I told him, if nothing else, it's cool to get accepted to something like that.
So all that being said, a couple of shots went up for Levy. Nothing was made, but Julius finally came down with the rebound. Throws it down to Calvillo. Calvillo hands the ball off to Hayen, and he does kind of like a Euro step, extra 5 steps, and makes a layup.
Looked like LeBron.
Looked like LeBron, but there's no walking in this league anymore in the playoffs. So Reese makes a nice move for Loving, shoots up a nice shot, but hits the front of the rim. Rebound by Hayen. Outlets to, I just said his name a minute ago, Calvillo. Calvillo gets it back to Hayen. Hayen makes a quick move at the top of the key. Throws it over to Blevins. Blevins throws it down to Calvillo. Dribble drives, man. Nice move with his left hand. Hits the back of the rim, comes out. He rebounds his own missed shot, and he walks. Blevins walks. I thought they weren't calling walking tonight, but I guess they are.
I thought we were in the NBA for a bit.
So number 44 comes in for Loving. That's another Rodriguez. Miguel Rodriguez comes in.
There's a lot of them Rodriguez's over there. I'll tell you, they used to have some twins, a set of twins, Rodriguez, and I'm assuming those are probably somehow related. Man, those girls could play for Loving a few years back.
Could be. Benavides was trying to throw that ball back to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez sat still and did not even attempt to go get that ball. So he kind of conceived on a turnover. So it's going to be Eunice's ball on the left-hand side. Julius Wood's going to be turning it in.
It's kind of like having puppies, isn't it, when you're conceiving?
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. 2:06 remaining here in the third. It's 53-21.
They throw it down to Gomez, and Gomez at a couple of hard dribbles. And Lujan does a smart thing and grabs the ball. Real smart defense here by Mr. Lujan.
Tied him up down low. Fortunately for the Cardinals, possession arrow will go their way. Eunice will have the ball in the baseline. Billy Blevins to throw it in. 2:02 remaining in the third.
That being said, some of the Eunice players were going on the other side of the court, not realizing it was their ball. So they had to run back over here and set up for that offense. I mean, he still looks confused on it. So we got Blevins going to throw the ball in. We got Calvillo, Woods, Gomez, and Hayen in the game. Castro. And they threw it down to number 40. Calvillo cannot handle a nice pass from Blevins, so Blevins comes away with the ball. And Rodriguez tried to go around the back. Gomez gets the ball, throws it over to Hayen, goes up for a layup, makes it in. The score is 55-21.
1:40 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll give a shout out to the mayor. We got him coming up here. We'll give him a little TV time, a little mayor TV time
the
there.
city of Eunice right there.
That's right.
Thank you for your sponsorship. All that being said, Calvillo pushes the ball out of bounds, so it's going to stay over here underneath Loving's basket. We got Antonio checking in with that Marine haircut, huh?
Yeah, he must have been down at J-Lou, getting him edged up a little bit. 1:32 remaining here in the third.
So Rodriguez has the ball, kicks over to Benavides, shoots at 3, and he misses the ball, and is rebound by Blevins. Outlets to Castro. Castro dribbles the ball down very quickly, throws over to Julius. Shoot that, Julius. He has it, reached in front of him, gives it back out to Castro, drives, dumps it off to Antonio. Antonio misses it. Went in and out for him. Levin comes up with the ball. Quick outlet to Benavides. Benavides missed a quick layup, and he stays on that side of the court.
That's what they did the last game. They just started snowbirding after a while.
So Calvillo walks again on top of the key, making too many quick moves. While Julius was wide open, he shot it and makes it, but he kind of.
But it don't count.
It don't count because the whistle done blew. He's throwing his hands up. Give him a T.
Well, the official was telling him don't shoot after the horn or after the whistle blows. I think what he's telling the official, I didn't hear the whistle. I was already in my shooting rhythm when they give me the ball. But anyway, I will say this. I appreciate the consistency that this game has been called with.
That's some playoff reps, boss.
Man, they're doing a good job.
So Rodriguez gets the ball for Loving, shoots a deep 3. Hits in front of the rim and is rebound by Castro. Castro comes up with the ball. Does a couple of quick moves in front of Reese. And he lost the ball. He did too many quick moves and he lost the ball.
Yep.
So that is a turnover on that young man. Hey.
So that'll give the ball over to the Falcons. 41 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. It's 55-21.
Rodriguez does a couple of moves top of the key over to Lujan. Lujan tries to throw it back over, and Hayen has a steal, and he goes up, and he misses his layup, but I believe he was tapped on the way up. And he hit the ground. So here will be go shooting free throws, and that's going to be brought to you by Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas.
I think that was one of our hoopers that helped him up. Wasn't that Alondra down there?
I believe so.
I didn't know that she was a 2-bid or 4-bidder, but she's down there, I think. I'm pretty sure that's her.
Yes, Maureen?
I
Maureen,
think so.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is. Alondra, she's one of our basketball hoopers on the girls' side. That first free throw splashes through for Hayen.
And that was brought to you by Park Energy Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, and Eunice Public Schools. Those were our sponsors.
So here's the next one. Hayen steps back up to the line. Under 30 seconds to go here in the third. And they splash that one through.
Like the green was waving his hands.
Yeah.
He was like a diver trying to not diving in the water. Reese throws it down to Lujan on the left-hand side. They try to force it down to Rodriguez. Rodriguez put the ball over. And Blevins threw the ball away. Got another turnover with 17 seconds left. Reese throws it down deep to Rodriguez. Dribble drives, number 21. Throws up a crazy wild shot and goes in. So it's 23-57, Eunice favor. Hayen throws it over to Woods. Woods pump fakes, goes all the way down. They're going to call it traveling. Yeah. And he gives an oh look to the ref. And he's going to go talk to my coach. What's going on here, coach?
he's not happy with this official. So he's telling the coach to get me out of the game.
So Loving tried to force the ball down deep. Calvillo jumps in the passing lane, so it goes out of bounds on Eunice. It's going to be their ball underneath their basket on the far left corner. They throw it into Green. Green will step back, throw it up, and it is going to be 4 feet off and 6 feet short.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, so at the end of 3, it's 57-23. Give a shout out to Coach Jackson. He's up here. We'll get him some TV time. Coach Jackson there. The boys got their rings today, so they're all happy. He's got his on his finger.
That's nice.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. So he's got one on there. We shout out to the man Jackson there.
That is the bowl ring, correct?
That's the bowl ring, the Covet bowl ring. It's a black. I don't know what the heck mineral, or I don't know if that's steel. I don't know if that's titanium.
I think it's titanium.
I don't know. It's black though, so
it's expensive like titanium.
Plutonium or something. I don't know, but
they're very nice.
Yeah, they're really neat. They're a much darker metal than the rings that we've typically had. So pretty neat look.
And it plays very well in the contrast of the black and the silver and all the diamonds in there.
Yeah, and it was kind of a dark year, a dark season, and you got some people saying that's a state championship, some people saying it's not, which it don't matter to me one way or the other. I just think it's awesome. I think they won it, and so I'm good with the black ring. So
I concur with you 100%. We got a sighting out there. Number 14's in the game, old Caballero.
Old Cabby.
So Green shoots a shot, rebounded by the tallest man on the court, which is Kevin Garcia at the given moment. He does a couple of dribbling around Reese. They try to trap him on top of the key, but he throws over to Thompson. Thompson dumps it off to Gomez. Gomez goes up for his first basket of the half.
It's 59-23. 7:20 remaining here in the fourth
quarter.
So
Lujan's going to try to shoot a deep three, but regrets it. Gives it over to Reese, and he goes up, and Green comes up with a reverse layup as he battles Kevin for the ball. And he came away with it.
Looked like he did a little blowed kiss after that.
So Thompson gets it. Garcia does a kind of a walking move, Euro step, and he's hit across the head as he goes in.
Oh.
The man is down, and I told you he was walking before he shot. That was a nice call by that ref.
The Eunice faithful didn't like it. I looked down.
And this is the first time Eunice came alive.
Yeah, the crowd here didn't like the call.
When we get a 30-second timeout by the Eunice Cardinal coach.
Yep.
So that being said, we're going to give a shout out to the Eunice Health Clinic. Kevin, if you need to go by and see him, go by tomorrow morning. They'll be open. Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice.
We got one loving player. He's like, I'm not going to the huddle. The rest of them are over there.
Shop. Redbird Gas.
Little zoom in over here.
That is Miguel Rodriguez.
He's headed over there now.
He's a junior. I apologize. That is, Miguel Rodriguez. Parker Energy Service, BTA Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools. Those are our sponsors.
Got a little cheerleading action going on. Red. Yeah, white. Red, white. All right, so we got some cheering going on here. One way or the other, this is definitely the last home basketball game of the year for the Eunice boys team. And so,
and that being said, not many left home games are left with that Taj Mahal going to get started.
Yeah, not too many games left to be played here unless we don't get it started pretty soon. It seems like we started off like a ball of fire. We've slowed down now to a large snowball.
Yep. You'll get there. You can't rush perfection, Coach. So Mr. No Huddle gets the ball, and he throws it away. That was Rodriguez over to his brother, I guess. And Kevin jumps the pass lane. He taps it out of bounds. So the ball's going to stay on this side. Stays with Loving. What are they chanting, Coach?
Start the bus.
Start the bus, huh? Rodriguez over to Reese.
Yeah.
No, Reese over to Rodriguez, and he's blocked by Gomez. He kicks it back out to Reese. Reese does a dribble drive, steps back three, rebounded by Kevin. Kevin gets the ball, throws it over to Flash, goes up for a reverse layup, and he makes that one.
2 points for Thompson.
Convert yourself, pace yourself, because you got a game tomorrow. Ontiveros goes in there as Green goes for the ball and just kind of cups the ball.
And I missed it on this end.
He did not go up at all, and Green gave Ontiveros a good look, a glare.
Yeah.
He throws over to Lujan for a three, shoots it, and he misses. And Ontiveros comes out with the rebound. Outlet to Thompson. Thompson goes up and makes a layup.
That's 2 more points for the Cardinals.
Nobody but on, huh? 63-25. Well, he was just too fast for everybody. Make it too easy. So Rodriguez has the ball top of the key, pushes off Thompson. Picks it up, throws it out to Reese. Reese gives it over to the other Rodriguez. Pump fake. And Gomez comes up with the ball after Thompson deflects it. Throws it over to Ontiveros. Little dribble drive. Thought about it. Steps back. Throws it over to Thompson. Thompson gets it. Ontiveros going to drive in a little bit. Backstory kicks out to Caballero. Pump fakes. Walks. Throws it over to Garcia. Garcia gets it. Throws it over to Caballero. Shoot that, son. What are you going to do, sit you? Throws it over to Garcia.
You want me to mute my mic?
You can mute mine. Thompson misses, but Gomez is there to clean up that mess. Make it 65-25.
I'll mute my mic for you if you want me to. I'll be like, hey, shoot it.
So number 3 gives it back to 21. The screen over in the corner, steps back, shoots it in. Misses it, rebounded by Gomez, outlet to Caballero. And he walks as he gets the rebound, looks around. He's dribbling it off his leg, off his thigh, off his foot, but recovers it again. Oh, he thought about throwing it, throws it over to Garcia. Garcia looks, nobody gives it to Ontiveros as they were on the weave. and he bounced it off every part of his legs and went out of bounds.
4:52 remaining here in the game. We're on a running clock. 65-25. Eunice up by 40. And here comes, they've got 6 on the floor.
Nobody wants to come off. So we have Thompson, Ontiveros, Obi Ontiveros, Tercero, Caballero, and Woods.
Woods boots. The most walked about boots in Texas.
That's classic.
Yep.
That's a proud sponsor from Texas. So we got
4:20 Colorado time on the clock.
Rodriguez down to Benavides, over to Green. Green gets a hard dribble, misses the ball. They're going to call a phantom foul. Is that what that's called by number 1-4? I thought his whistle was broken. That's the first time I hear his whistle blow tonight, which is a good thing. Because that means the game's going by quick, and it's barely 7:04 Mountain Time.
And we're at 4 minutes, and that clock is steadily running. They've now stopped it.
And Green is going to the line.
Yeah.
They gave that foul, the 44, to Marcus Tercero. He shoots the first one, and he makes it. And that shot was brought to you by Cardinal Hardware and also the City of Eunice and Zia Auto Shop and Redbird Gas, our proud sponsors of this game tonight. He shoots the second one, misses, and it's a long shot, but it was last touched by number 20, Peña from Lebanon. Ball's going to go to Eunice. Woods runs over there quickly.
Clock is running.
You're in the ball, coach. Or ref, apologize. Woods throws it in to Thompson. Thompson gets the ball, top of the key. Nice screen by Obi. A little pick and roll, but he keeps the ball instead. Throws it up, forces the shot, misses, but Obi cleans up the mess. He's going to go back up, kicks it out to Woods. Woods throws it over to Marcus. Marcus shoots a 3 from the top of the key. It's short. And Green picks that rebound out of the air like if nobody was there. Gives the ball over to 21. 21 brings up ball. Rodriguez throws over to Reese for a deep 3 on the left-hand side. Fakes me out, shoots it up for a little dribbler. Shoots, misses, and it's rebounded by Marcus. They're going to call a jump ball on Eunice. So the ball's going to go to Eunice.
Jump ball in
Eunice on Eunice, because I've seen Caballero and Tercero fight for it. So I'm going to go on the limb and call it before they did. So Thompson's going to bring the ball down. Throw it over the Woods. Woods looks around. Marcus cuts, and we're running the weave. They throw it back over. No pump fake. Obi comes up. Nice pick and roll. Give it to him, man. Give it to the man. I know.
Mouse in the house.
Little man on him. Oh, around the back. Nobody in front of him shoots him, goes in. We have some NJ moments out there, huh?
67-26, 2:30 remaining here in the ball game.
What Scottie Pippen say? I'm open. So Rodriguez throws up a deep shot. It goes off the glass.
Off the glass.
I'm going to give him 4 points on that one on my scoreboard.
Yeah.
29-67.
Look at Green down here.
Where's he snowboarding?
There, yeah.
He's always fixing his shoe.
Look, he's down there. Look,
Give it to Green. He's open.
He's there. He comes.
Rodriguez gives it over to Reese. Reese throws it up a 3 on the left-hand side, misses. And nobody goes for the rebound but Obi. Obi gets it, throws it over to Woods. Woods turns around with his left hand. Woods boots. Dribbles down. The ball's poked out, goes all the way down. Real easy layup and misses, but Obi there to clean up the mess. 69-29.
150 remaining here in the ball game. It's a
blowout.
69-29 game.
So Reese,
Reese
throws it off the head of Peña. Peña gives it back to Reese through the hands of Reese. Over to Cueto. Cueto tries to throw over to Rodriguez, and Ashton goes in for a dunk again, and he misses again.
Oh, man, and I missed that one.
He misses that one again.
I got the one earlier, but I missed that one. I was too busy watching. My apologies, those of you at home. Thompson was going to try to dunk it. And
I can describe it if you like me to. Green shoots a deep 3, and he makes it. And Marcus. So the score is 32-69 with a minute and 15 seconds left. Julius drives in around. Oh, and he is hit with the body by Green as he flies through the air. His knee hit his chin. That boy got some ups.
He's doing some chin-ups.
So Woods is going to go to the rebound, to the free throw. And the clock is running, so he might have time to shoot these in. The time is stopped at 53 seconds. The score is 69-32. And give a shout out to our sponsors. Parker Energy Service, DTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, and Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Those are our proud sponsors of this event tonight. Game.
So 53 seconds remaining. It's 69-32. Eunice cruising here to victory. Got Julius Woods, the senior, at the free throw line.
He misses this shot, and Calvillo gets the rebound, goes back up, and he's fouled by number 45 from Loving.
The clock
Morales.
is running again. That's down to 45.
So that being said, there's 3 refs on the court, and one of the refs has to tell the scorekeeper to stop the clock and start the clock in this situation, correct?
I don't, but yeah, it sounds good to me.
If anybody knows, send Jimmy a text at 1 o'clock tonight in the evening.
Yeah, 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning.
It's 70-32. Calvillo at the free throw line. He sinks another one. It's 71-32. Loving with a whole new set of people on the floor.
Lujan has it in. Number 24 is for Loving. And Zacatecas, number 23, shoots and he misses. That is De La Cruz. Rebound by Castro. Throws it over to Mata. Mata throws up a 3 and misses it. And Calvillo gets a rebound with 22 seconds left, and it's a rumbling and tumbling on the floor. He gets up. They face each other. The ref calls it a jump ball. Time is still running, 16 seconds. And the ball is going to be Loving's ball underneath the Eunice basket. I believe this game is pretty much done, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be done here. Tomorrow we will be in Tatum.
Ooh. 45 shot at 3 and he misses Rodriguez. So
that'll do it. At the end of the ball game, final score 71-32. The Cardinals will hit the road tomorrow to Tatum at 6 p.m. tomorrow. We'll have a ball game up there. The winner of that game will advance and go face Hagerman, I believe, on Friday, but I'm not 100% certain.
I was reading that kid's T-shirt.
We got a sign here.
Baseball.
Says baseball time yet. Ain't nobody got time for that nonsense. Anyway.
So that being said, tomorrow's game is going to be a different ball game.
Oh yeah.
We're going to be in Tatum. We know it's a different atmosphere there. It's a whole different ball game, a whole different team, even though they have the same similar colors.
Yeah. It's
going to be tough. This was just a prime game, you can say, to go in there and get your fun out of the way and get serious tomorrow. So.
Yeah. So, tomorrow will be interesting. Want to make sure we shout out to these sponsors one last time. If I have my sheet, I do. Parker Energy Services, BTH Service and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Got my daughter and old JC Poo-Poo's here. We'll give them some TV time. They're up here cheering for the Cardinals. For the No Mark Broadcast Network, I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero. You got anything else?
What time is tip-off time tomorrow? 6?
Tomorrow, 6 o'clock. I believe all the games are that way. So we'll be back tomorrow. Everyone have a good night and so long.
Good night, guys.